questions. MacKenzi Welsh here, and I am super excited to welcome you to our new player introduction series, Quick Set. I'm super excited to be sitting down with three respective national team players, Ashley Evans, Emiliya Dimitrova, and Camila Gomez. Thanks for posting all your questions this week. We hope we can answer as many as possible. I'm going to pass it over to the players now so they can introduce you.
Hi, everybody. My name is Ashley Evans. I'm a setter from Cincinnati, Ohio. Played at Purdue University for college, and currently I am in Bucharest, Romania until December, playing a half season. I have one older brother. His name is Brian, and my two parents, Ann and Dave Evans, and they all reside in Cincinnati. And I'm really excited just to get started with PVF in January.
Hi, Rice fans. My name is Camila Gomez. I'm from Colombia. I played the libero position. I went to Texas A&M for college, and I'm currently in Colombia preparing for the Pan American Games. So I can't wait to be there with you guys.
Hello, my name is Emiliya Dimitrova. I'm coming from Bulgaria. I play opposite, and I'm really excited joining this new league with Grand Rapids Rise. I'm coming in US with my family, my husband, and my daughter. So this will be really exciting for us, new adventure, and I hope that we can make great things together.
Okay. What is your most memorable moment playing with your national team?
My most memorable moment, it's whenever we got the silver medal at the Pan American Games. We played Brazil, and it was a really hard game, and we honestly thought we were not going to win that game, and we ended up winning. So it was very dramatic and super hard work, teamwork, and then we end up going to the final. So for me, that was one of the most important games in my life with the national team.
Well, I really cannot say which exactly it's my most memorable game, because I have played so many games, but probably I can say that it was maybe the game we won 2 years ago, the Golden League in Bulgaria. It was a home game. We were playing in front of so many people, and that was really a lot of fun for us and for all the people in Bulgaria. So probably I can say that game.
I think my most memorable moment, there are so many, but my most memorable moment to date with national team was very recently when we just qualified and solidified our spot for the 2024 Paris Olympic Games. And to solidify that spot for Paris, to end the summer on a very high note, and not have any stress or anxiety heading into next summer, was definitely rewarding. And I was just honored to be a part of that group and to be the first one of six teams to have that one of those spots for Paris next summer.
What inspires you most to play volleyball at this level?
Well, I can say that for me has been a dream to play in US. First of all, it was a college. Then right now I have opportunity to join a professional league, which makes me really excited. And then coming with my family there, trying to win something important can be probably was one of the most important seasons for me, because it can be also my last. So really excited about that, and I can't wait to start.
Is this your first time coming to the US?
Yep.
Are you so excited?
I am having butterflies, which is not happening since a long time. I mean, I'm playing, maybe this is my 18th season overseas. So, it's just like routine for me. But right now, months earlier, I am
What
really
are you
excited
about to play in the US?
Well, first of all, it's just being there. Then for sure, it's everything is different. This last game, the Guinness record game, 9,200,000. That was probably that will be the most exciting for me, because last years we had not so much of fans,
Yeah.
which it's sad. First of all, it was because of COVID. Then it's just sad because people are not so into volleyball in the last years, but I hope we can change it.
Well, for me, what is, most exciting is that I'll have the opportunity to come back to the US and play. I went there and I played all my college career, and I was like, dang, I just didn't have enough of it. I loved the experience, the culture, the sport culture. And then I just, I don't want to get dramatic, but I was like, oh my God, I'm not going to play overseas anymore because I'm kind of like tired of traveling. I want to stay home. My friends are there. My family is going to be there. So I was like, okay, well, I'll just, be there and not play volleyball. So now when I found out that I had the opportunity to play it again at the highest level at home, it was a dream come true.
I am excited to play in PVF and also just play in the highest leagues across the world because I want to play amongst the best, and that's the way you get better is by playing against the best of the best. And I know PVF is attracting so much talent, so that's what's exciting about playing in PVF next season, and I'm thrilled to get started.
What do you enjoy doing in your off time?
Okay. Well, actually, in my free time, which I don't have enough, my opinion, because I have a family and a kid. So it's probably just spend time with them, being outside. My daughter just learned how to ride the bike, and I think this will be our everyday activity. But besides that, probably spending time with our friends. And if I have time just for myself, probably reading books.
Ooh. Speaking of reading books, all three of you are Harry Potter fans. You all mentioned that in your little.
Yeah.
So my branch off question is, what is your favorite Harry Potter book, each of you? Or movie, because they're all similar.
But right now, or we finish first and then we answer?
Matter.
It's like
I
a
just want
question.
to know.
You just want to know. For me, it's the fourth. The fourth.
The fourth one.
Yeah.
Is that
with the games? Yes.
Yes.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
The fourth, the Goblet of Fire,
is so good. So good. The movie was done so perfect.
Yeah. I have to say though, I'm ashamed of myself because I have not read the last two or seen the last two movies. So one of my future near-term goals is to reread all the books and finish the series.
So during my last pro season, so in Puerto Rico this year, my fiance and I read all the books together, and it was so fun. And when I came home, we rewatched all the movies. And it was so validating to like officially and finally understand the movies because I had read the books. So I recommend doing it because I just did it this year. It's worth it.
Love that. Looking forward to it.
Harry Potter Christmas every year. So we can do it in January just for you, Ashley.
Let's do it. On our off time. Yeah, free time. I really enjoy reading and I'm a big journaler. So I have journals out the wazoo. And I enjoy cooking and more baking than cooking, still both. And I just enjoy spending time with family and friends. I know a lot of that's virtual being overseas, and there will be a lot more opportunities to do that in person being in the States in January.
Yeah. Along with baking, you also wrote that you enjoy water skiing. How did you get into water skiing?
Yeah, so another one of my fun hobbies in my not so little free time whenever I find myself on a lake is water skiing. And my family and we started going to a lake in northeastern Indiana when my brother and I were little, and that turned into our annual summer vacation. And so water skiing is just in the family, and we enjoy being and doing that. A big fun thing in our family.
Water sports terrify me. I have
Really?
never been tubing. I've been on one jet ski. Like, it is my least favorite thing to do. That's impressive. You impressed me. Okay,
thanks.
Camila, free time.
On my free time, I enjoy. Well, I live in Miami, so I always go to the beach. With my friends to do nothing. They play volleyball. I just, lay there and do nothing besides eating and, reading books. What else? I also enjoy lakes. Whenever I lived in Texas, I went, to the lakes, and I'm pretty excited about Grand Rapids because of the lakes. I can't wait, to explore over there. Yeah, I think that's gonna be it.
Camila and Emiliya, you both speak 3 languages. Ashley, you're out of this one. What languages do you guys speak?
Okay, so of course I speak Bulgarian, then English, I speak Italian. Those are the 3 I can say for sure that I speak, but then I understand and speak Serbian, probably also some Turkish. So if it's half and half, I can say maybe 4 languages.
Hey, that's impressive.
Well, it's not so difficult for us because our alphabets are really crazy. I mean, like Russian, I can also understand Russian. Difficult to talk because I'm confusing, but every Latin language, it's just easy for us.
Same. Well, I speak Spanish. That's my first language. I also speak Portuguese and English. And as Amanda said, it's easy for me to understand Italian and some French, but I don't, I can't say any word in French mostly. And I can barely, say some stuff in Italian, but that's about it. I speak 3 languages.
That is so impressive, you guys. I speak like 75% Spanish because I played in Puerto Rico and Peru, and I spoke enough Spanish to get by. But then as soon as I come home, it's just like gone. So that's impressive that you guys can remember all of the. What made you fall in love with volleyball?
First, I was playing basketball actually, and before that, I was joining some athletic games. But in the moment I came inside of the gym for the first time, I think that was actually, I don't know, some kind of connection that I felt even I was 9 years old. And since that moment, I never walk away. So feeling that this end, it's maybe close. I am getting really emotional, but also more motivated of making this maybe last one a good one.
For me, it was my sister, my older sister. She trained volleyball whenever she was young, and she took me to every practice with her. I didn't understand anything about sport. I didn't even know what sport I was doing. I just, was a 5 years old kid that kind of like got excited about playing with the ball. So that's why I practice volleyball since then.
So when I was a youngster, I played many sports, mostly tennis, soccer, and then volleyball and a little bit of basketball. But when I reached high school, I had to choose because volleyball, soccer, and tennis were all in the same season in the fall. And unfortunately, I couldn't play more than one for my school. So I chose volleyball. I loved and still love to this day the team aspect of it. And my second love was tennis. And I still pick up a tennis racket every now and then when I'm home. My mom enjoys playing. So eventually, when I retire from volleyball, I'll go back to tennis, something you can play till you're 90. But volleyball is and will always be my first true love.
Have you ever played pickleball?
I have played pickleball maybe 3 times, and I'm not a huge fan. I'd rather play tennis than pickleball right now, but I love how popular it's becoming for individuals who maybe don't want to play full tennis. So,
have you guys ever heard of pickleball? No. It's mini tennis. Like literally there's no other way to describe it. It is mini tennis and you play with like a wiffle ball. Okay, so one question that fan submitted was, How do you handle the pressure of competition and stay focused during critical moments during the game?
Well, actually, so many of my teammates ask me those questions in difficult moments, important moments, or before those games. Well, I think just played so many times, have felt that pressure maybe so for so many times, winning and losing so many games. Maybe that made me just how can I say, more aware of how can I handle my emotions and in important moments just to stay focused and with a clear mind. So probably that is coming with the experience for sure. But breathing deeply, it's important so far as just trying to keep focus. And I think maybe this is, if I can say, a secret of it, but of course, with repeating this for so many times, it's just coming naturally.
For me, and I tell my little kids, liberos, this, that I literally remember that I can do this in practice many, many times. For me, it's just, passing and digging ball or out of system setting. And whenever, we played against other teams, as the pressure and everything just plays a role. But for me, it's just, hey, reset. Remember, you can literally do this. And it can sound cliche or anything, but Camila, you literally do this. Maybe get one more step to it, go faster or whatever, but you can do this. You do it every single day. And for me, that works, honestly.
For me, in the big moments, it kind of falls in two different areas. One, reminding myself that pressure is a privilege, and it's a quote actually by Billie Jean King. And knowing that we have trained for these big moments, and I try not to overanalyze one moment compared to the next, because at the end of the day, one point equates to the next point, right? One point is not bigger than the other. And second, similar to Emiliya, I fall back on my breath work, and that's developed over the course of my career. There's different techniques, but my go-to is two big inhales and then one long exhale. And when I feel myself kind of feel maybe a little more anxiety or stress, or just my activation level is higher than normal, I just revert back to that breath work, and that can calm my nervous system down and just remind myself mentally and emotionally that this point is not any bigger than the rest.
For Emiliya, you originally were a setter and now you are a right side. So what made you switch to playing right side?
How you know this actually?
I think you put it in your questionnaire.
That's possible.
Yeah.
Okay, well, actually, when I started playing volleyball, I played, junior level. It just I was attacker. I cannot say if I was left or right side in that moment. But then when I moved from that city to the capital, I was left side. I was right side, sorry. But one of my coaches saw something in me. I don't know what exactly, but I was 13 years old and I was setting to the women team. Of course, it was difficult for me because being setter for 3 months and holding all that pressure, that a lot older girls than me, 5 to 8 years older, they expected a perfect ball, and being setter for 3 months, of course, I couldn't give that to them. But then I played or in the women team as a setter for 1.5 seasons probably, but then in the youngest teams until 17. I was playing in maybe three different teams. I don't know how exactly it's in America, but we have here three different teams plus the women team. So I was playing at least three different ages. And I was playing in one of them, setter for sure. But then I got injured, and maybe that was the crucial point of my career. Then when I recovered, the national team asked me to go, and then the setter career was just behind me. I remained the right side and till now, yeah.
Yeah. Ashley, what made you fall in love with setting?
Well, it's interesting because when Emiliya talked about her development, I was the opposite of her. I was a hitter, and I'm a true hitter at heart. In another world, I would be an opposite, I swear, or an outside because I love to pass too. But I don't have the vertical of the best outsides and opposites in the world. So I was recruited as a tall setter, being, almost 6'2". And I had the athleticism to do it. And so I wasn't a true setter until probably my senior year of high school. And I actually never set for high school. My senior year of high school, but for club. So I never set in high school, and then always ran a 6'2" offense in club and wasn't a true setter until I hit college at Purdue. So I owe my entire setting career to my coaches, Dave and John Shundell, and would certainly not be the setter I am without them. And just they put so much faith and trust in the process, and they recruit athletes. And so I am so honored to be a Boilermaker for life, but I love setting too. I love having that leadership role and just making others look good. That's my job, and to just pour my heart out and soul to making everyone else around me better, and going forward with that. So in another world, I want to be a hitter, but it just worked out that I'm a setter.
And your brother went to Purdue, right?
Yes, my brother is also Boilermaker, and it's a funny story. So with recruiting back in the day, you can't do this now, but I committed when I was the end of my sophomore year of high school, and he's 2 years older than me. So at the time, he was a senior in high school, and he was figuring out where he was going to go to college. And I committed about a month, maybe month and a half before he actually decided where he wanted to go to school. My parents and I decided we're not going to tell him until he makes his choice, so we didn't influence like his decision. And social media wasn't grand in those days yet, so it wasn't plastered all over every social media channel. So he kept it on the DL, and when he decided on Purdue, I was like, "Hey, well, we'll be there together for 2 years because I'm going as well." And so, yeah, it was probably the best 2 years of my college career because him and I are very close. So we really enjoyed that experience.
Camila, what was it like to be an international athlete at Texas A&M?
It was fun. It was fun because they, treated me like the little kid, even though I was one of the oldest, I can say. I mean, I had the experience for the national team and Colombia, just playing around the overseas. So it was very, very fun and super nice to have that experience. I always go back every time that I have the chance. I go back to A&M, even though my coaches or my ex teammates are not there anymore. But that has a big, big piece of my heart, that place. And every time I can, I just go back.